Buying a car is exciting, but figuring out how to pay for it can be a real headache. One of my friends is going through the same journey and he asked me the other day, what are the options for the car finance and which option would you recommend? Car finance can be confusing, but I will share a few options based on my personal experience. In this video, I'm going to break down the different ways to finance your car, help you understand the pros and cons of each options, and give you tips on choosing the best fit for your financial situation. So please watch this video till the end. When you are a first-time buyer or looking into an upgrade, this video will equip you with the knowledge to make an informed decision. Let's get started. Understanding your financial situation. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty of a car finance, let's talk about your financial health. Knowing where you stand financially is crucial to make smart decisions. Let's look at some of the terminologies. Credit score. Your credit score is like a financial report card. Lenders use it to assess your risk. It's as simple as whether you'll be able to pay back the borrowed money to the bank or the financial institution. A good credit score can unlock better interest rates. Budgeting. Figure out how much you can afford to spend on a car, including your monthly payments, your insurance, and maintenance. Be honest with yourself about your monthly budget. Saving a down payment. A down payment can lower your monthly payments and improve your loan terms. It might also give you better interest rates. There are primarily three types of car finance options. Number one is dealership finance. This is when the car dealer provides you with a loan to purchase the car. And I have personally taken this one. When I bought my first car, I used the dealership finance. And from my experience, I will tell you some of the pros and cons. So in terms of the pros, convenience, often bundled with the car purchase, potentially easier qualification. What are the cons? It's ideally higher interest rates compared to the other options and limited flexibility. I would advise you to check the interest rate compared with other lenders. You might find a better deal elsewhere. Understand the terms and conditions. Know exactly what you're signing up for and look out for the hidden fees. Option 2 is personal loans. Personal loans offer a very different approach to car financing. It's basically you borrow the money from a bank or a credit union to buy the car. In terms of the pros, lower interest rates compared to the dealership finance. It gives you more flexibility on your loan terms. There's a potential for better deals for shopping around. In terms of the cons, it requires a good credit history. It requires additional paperwork. You might need a guarantor as well. Advice. I would advise compare interest rates from different banks and credit unions. Consider a loan calculator. Use online tools to estimate the monthly payments and total cost of ownership. Option 3 is car leasing. Leasing is a popular option for those who prefer to drive a new car every few years. In terms of the pros, lower monthly payments, driving a new car regularly, potential tax benefits. Check with the tax professional in this case. But in terms of the cons, you don't get to have the ownership of the car. There could be some mileage restrictions, potential wear and tear charges, which could sometimes be very expensive depending on the dealers and their terms and conditions. So in this case, what I will advise you is calculate your mileage. Be realistic about how much you will drive. Exceeding the mileage limit can be very costly in terms of your contract. Understand the end of the lease options. Know what happens when your lease ends. Will you need to pay extra for the wear and tear? Choosing the right options. With so many options, how do you choose the best one for you? The best option depends on your personal situation. How much can you afford? Do you want to own the car or just drive it? Are you happy with the money? So let's recap and summarize. Dealership finance, best for those who want convenience and quick approval. Personal loans, ideal for people with good credit history, wants flexibility and potentially lower interest rates. Car leasing or PCP. Car leasing, or sometimes called PCP, and it has various names in various places. Suitable for those who prioritize driving a new car and having that sort of a new car experience and lower monthly payments. It's good for those who want to try and experience new cars every now and then. Now, what I would advise is consider your financial situation, driving habits, and long-term goals. It is also essential to compare offers from different lenders and dealerships. Here are a few secret tips which I normally follow. Check out for the hidden fees. Discuss common fees like processing fee, early repayment penalties, and excess mileage charges. Check if you need a guarantor, because this will cause dependency on somebody else and you need to find a guarantor to purchase your car. I would suggest there are a lot of affordability calculators online and check your budget. Now, the other things which I normally consider is the maintenance cost. Purchasing a car is your first step, but bear in mind there could be costs for ownership like your insurance, your fuel, or emergency repairs. Think about all these as a buffer. I normally take these things as additional cost every month. What I normally do is I try to have a budget kept separately for car car maintenance. That includes if you have to take the car off to the garage in case there is a breakdown, in case there is a problem, or any other kind of concerns which you haven't thought about. So take these emergency budgets in a bucket. If you don't use it, that's absolutely fine, but this pot of money is always will be helpful, and it could pay you for your insurance later point in time, or it can help you to pay for any of the taxes that you need to pay. So I think it's always good to have that bucket or buffer, and that's how I use my personal finance accordingly. And hopefully that's a good way you can also use that, because sometimes it's very difficult to get a lump sum money just to pay for a sudden breakdown. Choosing how to pay for a car is a big decision. Take your time, do your research, and don't be afraid to ask questions. By understanding your financial situation and weighing the pros and cons of each options, you can make an informed decision. Remember, the cheapest option isn't always the best option. So I've shared all this information based on my personal experience and research. It's essential that you consult a financial advisor to assess your specific financial situation before making any formal choice or decision. I would like to thank you for your time, and I hope this video was useful. I would love to know which options are you considering and why. Let me know in the comments below. Happy shopping.